Yo, 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 welcome to Audio Addiction. It's your boy Brandon. Very stoked, very excited. We are doing part two of B2B live on Twitch here. If you are watching, I do all of these on Twitch at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Monday, Wednesdays, sometimes on the weekends as well, but typically during the week. So if you can come hang out, that'd be amazing. If not, can watch them on Patreon and YouTube. Appreciate y'all. But we are doing part two of B2B, which I'm very excited about. As I mentioned before, part one I really loved. I also don't know why it didn't save as B2B part two, but I saved it now. But yeah, very stoked, very sick. Shout outs to Kaylee for putting the playlist together. Appreciate it. Pixel Water, hello. Thanks for hanging. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you. Welcome in, yeah. Kala, hello. Welcome. Yeah, very stoked. Also for those who missed out on the news, shout outs to Biscuit, somebody who comes in, hangs out and chat. They have chosen Monsta X as the next deep dive group. So we'll be doing Monsta X soon. Whenever they would like me to cover Monsta X, we will be covering them. So I want to say probably next week, but can't be for certain. So we'll follow up with Biscuit on that. But very stoked. Unhi, hello. Thanks for hanging. But yeah, we are doing part two of B2B, which is, I believe, mostly unit stuff and some solo material. So very stoked. Gunky says, hi, I'm planning to be pretty quiet tonight. I'm just going to creep. I'm mentally fried from work. Oh, well, I appreciate it, Gunky. Hopefully get a little bit of relaxation in there. So Kaylee says there are some songs. There are songs from their subunit. I put 3 solo / performances for each member in this since they have a lot of individual stuff. I did add one of Ilhoon's as well. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Kaylee. Sally, hello. Thanks for hanging. But yeah, that's what we got. Also, if you are new, I always post the Discord link at the top. So if you want to come join Discord, that would be amazing. It'd be very sick. That is the best way to know what we're covering and doing that as well. So very stoked. Sarah says, I'm using this as a break from writing one of my finals, so I'm going to savor the time. I hope you did well yesterday. I know you were out, so appreciate you coming back to hang out. But yeah, very stoked, very excited. And we're going to be covering some B2B more tonight. So the first one on the list here, we've got B2B Blue. This one's Stand By Me, When It Rains. We have B2B For You, Show Your Love. We have Ilhoon's She's Gone. We have Eunkwang's, I don't know what song that is, but we'll probably figure it out when that comes around. We have another Eunkwang song, which is No One Knows. Wow, I'm really fucking up tonight. It looks like we've got a couple other releases here. We have Minhyuk's Ya, very nice. We've got Huta's Melody. With Melody. The song is called Tonight. Boom. We also got 9010, which is Tang Tang Tang. We have Hyunsik Swimming and Dear Love, as well as Lamar. We have Changsub's Gone, 33, and it looks like Feel the Groove. We have Peniel's That Girl, is that B-O-B-I? I have no idea what that means, so I'll have to figure it out. I'm sure I'll know. We also have Peniel's Daydream featuring Junie. I love Junie, so I'm stoked. We have Sungjae's Be Somebody, which I did listen to already, so I'm stoked to re-listen, get refamiliarized. Ghost, and then we also have Lie, which looks to be a live band version, which also stoked about as well. So, let's see what we got. Cal says, well-deserved break. I agree. Fair enough. No Santa says, we're all completely normal in Discord. No weird behavior there. Also accurate. Biscuit, hello. Thank you for hanging. You'll have to let me know when you want to do Monsta X. so we can let chat know. We've got Sarah says, did go well, lots of good feedback. Now I actually feel good about the assignment. There you go. That's awesome. Stoked. Hugh says 90-10 is Eunkwang and Minhyuk. Very nice. And then Eunkwang, Minhyuk, Changsub, Hyunsik, Peniel, Sungjae, and Ilhoon. Okay. Very nice. Thanks for the breakdown there. Sonja, hello. And then Kogi says, yes, we are all normal. I like how the more it's said, the more that we can believe it's real, right? So very cool. I'm stoked to listen to some of these the group activity here. So or subunit, excuse me. So we'll have to see what's up. Kaylee says B2B Blue is a subunit consisting of the vocal line Eunkwang, Changsub, Hyunsik, and Sungjae. They debuted in 2016. Okay, so it's pretty far after. Okay, interesting. All right. Let's get into Stand By Me. I'm curious what this is gonna sound like. Jazz, hello. That's all right. Thanks for hanging. Appreciate it. Hope all that are lurking are doing all right.
옆에 누가 서 있대도 내가 웃어줄 수가 있을까 그땐 잘 가라는 그 한마디가 왜 그리 쉬운지 어차피 이러다 말겠지 했나봐 네가 없이 길어진 밤 너를 기다리는 시간 계속 멀어지는 모습에 밤새 잠 못 들어 어색해진 내 하루의 끝에 너 사라질 때 그땐 웃으며 만날 수 있을까 아주 조금만 더 내 곁에 서 있어줘 너를 봐도 웃을 만큼만 더 있어줘 혹시 다른 사람 곁에 없다면 그냥 그 뒤에 있을게 내 곁에 서 있어줘요 생각 없이 눈 감으면 지워질까 겁이 나던 맘이 아파 바보처럼 널 잊지 못하는 게 싫어하던 이별 노래가 널 위로해주는 지금 난 네가 많이 생각이 나 아주 조금만 더 내 곁에 서 있어줘 너를 봐도 웃을 만큼만 더 있어줘 혹시 다른 사람 곁에 없다면
Hey, falsetto tones.
뒤에 있을게 내 곁에 있어줘 가끔은 너와 얘기를 하고 싶어 가끔은 너를 안아보고 싶어 너로 가득했던 순간 눈 뜰 수 없이 봄 가득한 그때가 날
Gorgeous ending. All right. Cool. This was B2B Blue and their song Stand By Me. Very nice, very nice. Wow. This is incredible. And I would expect nothing less from the vocal line of B2B. I feel like they very much piqued my interest on Monday's stream, and I feel like very similarly they piqued my interest on this song as well. I love a good like ballad song, but I feel like this has such a great energy behind it as well. Like the instrumentation was really solid. But I like how I would argue beforehand where like, you know, I had start as we got later into the discography, I feel like I was able to notate more members individually. And I feel like this song really represents all of them very well from what I'm familiar with their group, you know, full group activity. But wow, this is so good. I think probably my favorite amongst them, I would probably say it was either a tie between Hyunsik and Sungjae. I feel like I did not give them as much love in part one as I feel like I maybe should have, or you know, could have notated a little bit more, because I imagine like Eunkwang and Changsub get a lot of the props, and to be fair, they're both fantastic vocalists, so that's, you know, no discretion to them. But I feel like Hyunsik and Sungjae stood out that much more. I love their clean tones. I feel like they just have this way of like singing with such precision that I feel like maybe I miss out on just kind of the complexity of how their voice is. And it was really nice. I feel like they stood out that much more so in a song like this. I really loved, I believe it was Sungjae's like mid-range, like low tone. I think he's got such a warmness to it. And I think I had mentioned it in part one, but like this song, I felt like he was able to kind of nurture that a little bit more on this song. So really great. I think it really shows the level of compliments that I feel like you can give to obviously all the members, but how collectively they work as well as a group. I also love the way that they layered out the vocals. It wasn't like one was kind of running over top of the other. It felt very like harmonious. I think they did a great job of layering out the vocals and giving you a lot of like space to work within. There was like a lot of like great backing vocals, like melody choices as well. I think it was really nice. And I think it worked out super well. Obviously I give some props to Eunkwang and Changsub. I feel like Eunkwang obviously gives me like, he has such a great voice that I feel like he, regardless of if I like the song or not, I feel like his performance is always really, you know, excellent. So I love that. But I feel like I'm falling more in love with Changsub as we continue on and do more B2B stuff, because his like tone is so unmatched in my opinion. Like he's got such a great like higher mid-range tone, and then when he gets into that like beautiful break in his voice where he kind of hits that nice like falsetto like head voice tone, is so nice. So definitely gotta give him props. He's probably, I feel like he'd probably be my bias if I had to really nail it down, but man, he was excellent in this release as well too. All of them were great, of course. Hugh says, can you react to Neurotics cover by BAP's Daehyun, Eunkwang, Leo, and Changsub and Sungjae? If we have time later, after we get through these songs, then I don't mind throwing it on at the end. I'd be down. If we'll have to see. We've got quite the list to tackle tonight, but if we plan on sticking around, we'll try to tackle it at the end if we can. Sonja says, nice vocals. The strings were very pretty. I agree. The instrumentals were really sick in this. Kaylee says, yeah, especially early on, it's a little easier to notice / point out Eunkwang and Changsub's vocals IMO. I was going to say they're powerhouses, so I feel like that goes without saying. But man, the subtleties of this song, I think, really reflect very well on the group. So enjoy this one a lot. Definitely in my wheelhouse for sure. So very nice. We're getting into another B2B Blue song, and this one is When It Rains. So let's check it out. Ooh, nice. We got the subs.
조금 늦은 시간이네요. 구름이 햇님을 가려서 햇살이 비추지 않았죠. 이렇게 어두운 날이면 아무 생각도 없이 다시 누워서 눈을 감고 슬픈 빗소리만 듣고 싶어. 비가 내리면 내 맘에 내리면 우리 함께한 마지막 밤이 생각나. 비가 다 그치면 눈물이 마르면.
Ooh, that voice break was so nice from Sungjae.
하지만 여전히 비가 떨어지는 모습이 아름다워. 비가 좋다고 바람이 코끝을 스치면 비 냄새가 너무 좋다고 그렇게 말하는 너에게 나도 비가 좋다고. 말해도 없는 얘기란 건 네가 내 맘에 있어서였어. 비가 내리면 내 맘에 내리면 우리 함께한 마지막 밤이 생각나. 비가 다 그치면 눈물이 마르면 생각이 안 날 줄 알았어. 하지만 여전히 난 네가 생각나. 만약 혹시라도 그럴 일은 없겠지만 너도 날 가끔 생각한다면 예고 없는 소나기처럼 너도 내 앞에 나타나줘. 거짓말처럼 우연처럼 내게로 돌아와줘.
Ooh, that key change.
내 맘에 내리면 우리 함께한 마지막 밤이 생각나.
Yo, whoever's doing that is high. Oh, so good.
생각이 안 날 줄 알았어. 하지만 여전히 난 네가 생각나.
Whew. Wow. My God. All right, this was B2B's Blue, their song When It Rains. Holy shit, that was great. I was gonna say I would guess it's Eunkwang because I feel like he's the one that always pops off vocally, so I love it. Wow. I feel like them being representative of obviously the vocal part of B2B, I think is very, very much of an understatement. But man, this song has such a powerhouse type vocal to it. I can find it very akin to like something you would hear in like a gospel type song. Like it feels like, I know people use the saying of like take they took you to church, and I feel like that. I feel like this song is very, very much in that lane, 100%. Um, I would argue it has a lot to do with like not only I think the stylization of the song because it does play off of a lot of the things that I feel like gospel music does, which is like those really big chords and then doing like a key change and then having like those really anthemic big vocals to kind of, push it home a little bit more. So I definitely definitely hear and get the influences of gospel from this. And that's not even to include like the like choir vocals as well. I feel like that just adds that extra little bit of layer in terms of gospel influence. But man, this is like, if you want to talk about a vocal like showing off of what you're capable of doing, I feel like this one is very much in that wheelhouse. And I thought in terms of these songs being kind of again I would imagine earlier on in the B2B Blue catalog, I mean, I feel like they're knocking them out of the park in terms of pure like, hey, we are good vocalists. We are going to show you how good we can sing. And I feel like this song is very similarly to the last one. I feel like it's very representative of what they're capable of doing as vocalists, and maybe even more so. I love the vocals in this as well. I feel like I gotta give it to Eunkwang, especially if he's doing that like that high, like I want to say it's a shriek because it definitely wasn't, but like the way that he hits those like really high power notes, I think is just he hits it with A, such ease, and B, I feel like with just such like power and like just fortitude. So I really love that, and obviously you can tell the confidence level that he has in terms of his vocal skills. But I also really enjoyed like a lot of the sections from Changsub, Hyunsik, and Sungjae. I think they were all really incredible. Especially like at the beginning of the song when you got to hear kind of like everything at more of a, I would say like a nice like 3 or 4, you know what I mean? They were like giving you some sauce, but it wasn't like crazy. And then like once we got to the end of the song, we're at like a 9 or a 10, you know what I mean? We're maxing the scale out towards the end because they really like delivered it. So yeah, this was great. I feel like I could probably go on and talk about this song a little bit more, but I think the truest sentiment is this song absolutely speaks for itself. I don't think anybody could give the commentary about this song other than just listening to it, because I think even if you're not or as familiar with K-pop and you heard this song, I feel like you would be shocked, right? You know what I mean? I just from my pure like a slightly outsider's perspective, I feel like if somebody played me this song, I'd just be like, damn, these are some really fucking talented vocalists, like, and for them to be in the space of K-pop, I feel like is, pretty impressive as well too. So very nice. Kaylee says, I have no idea who, but if I had to guess, it's either Hyunsik or Eunkwang. Fair enough. Gunky says, I have to play this on my phone and I'm still blown away by the vocals. I would agree. I feel like no matter the circumstance, I feel like you're gonna be absolutely hearing the fantastic vocals of B2B. So love to see it. Kelly says these were 2 title tracks they had. That's wild, but respect. 2 great title tracks. And someone just says it feels like church. The chorus more so. I would agree. Big facts. So, wow, we're 2 for 2 for me. I'm vibing. I'm digging. So, let's keep it moving with B2B for you. So, very excited to check this group out. So, Kaylee says a B2B for you is a subunit consisting of Eunkwang, Minhyuk, Changsub, and Peniel. They debuted in 2020. Ooh, okay. Very interesting. Check it out.
같이 있고 싶어.
어둠이 내려 앞이 보이지 않아 길을 잃었어 이 세상은 왜 아름답기보단 아프기만 한지 많은 사람이 넘어지고 많은 눈물이 넘쳐 흘러 우린 필요해요 서로에게 힘이 돼야 해
모두가 필요해 LOVE 나도 알아 요새 많이 힘들었지 빌려줄 테니 말해봐 문제가 뭔지 I'll be here for you whenever you need
이제 말해줘 어렵지 않아 babe 사랑이란 말 아끼지 말고 Everybody singing show your love show your love
Ooh, okay.
사랑보다 더 큰 힘은 없어 그것뿐이면 돼 Say your love Say your love 사랑이 더 퍼지게 다시 웃을 수 있게 Just like a star I'll be by your side 어둠을 밝혀 내가 너의 빛을 비춰줄게 두려워하지 마 거짓말 같은 이 밤도 모든 게 꿈처럼 애매해질 거야 서로 꼭 안아줘 Show you love I love yeah 이제 말해줘 어렵지 않아 babe 사랑이란 말 아끼지 말고 Everybody singing show your love show your love 사랑보다 더 큰 힘은 없어 그것뿐이면 돼 Say your love Say your love 사랑이 더 퍼지게 다시 웃을 수 있게
Two is better than one cause we'll be stronger together 우린 사랑이 필요해 yeah we need each other 힘들다고 약한 건 절대 아니니까 모두가 필요해 가끔 someone lean on one
You never know the life goes on 다시금 온 세상에 pillow some gold love 소리 높여 노래 불러 더 크게 소리 질러 온 세상에 다 털어 Show your love Everybody singing show your love Show your love 사랑보다 더 큰 힘은 없어 그것뿐이면 돼 Say your love Say your love 사랑이 더 퍼지게 다시 웃을 수 있게 다시 웃을 수 있게
All right. This was B2B for you. Show your love if you're hanging out for part 2 of B2B. Appreciate y'all. This one was very interesting. It's given that like tropical house type vibe, which I feel like groups have I know I've made this comment before, but I feel like groups have to do like at least a tropical house song or like a islandy type song in their discography. I don't care what group you're a part of, if you're a co-ed group, if you're a guys group, if you're a girls group. I feel like it's almost a rite of passage that you have to have some sort of song that gives off that type of vibe. It is very interesting that this is a subunit song and not like a, obviously a B2B song. I feel like that is a little bit more of a shocker for it to be a subunit, but hey, I respect it. But I like this. This was a very solid song. I will say typically like the tropical house genre of music, I do enjoy. I could understand that again. Maybe it might just be, I feel like sometimes like they can kind of seem a little overdone, but I feel like B2B really stands out vocally. So I'll probably like lessen my. I don't want to say disdain because I'm not like I don't. It's not that I hate tropical house songs, but I feel like they're not my go-to. But I thought this was really good, which is a little surprising to me. I really liked the pre-chorus build. I thought that was really fun, and the way that they said "show your love" and then obviously getting into the chorus, I thought was a good like. I feel like it was like getting you over the hill. So I really appreciate that a lot. I also really appreciate how catchy the chorus is. Like at first glance, I was like, am I gonna like this song? And then by like the second chorus, I was like, show your love. And I was like, memorizing a lot of like the melody choices and stuff. And I was like, okay, I actually probably enjoyed this one. But yeah, I thought this was really, really cool. I also love that little like voice break section. I think it's different each time, if I'm not mistaken. But like the way that they do like a certain melody in that chorus, like post melody, I feel like that has got such a fun vibe to it, and like the way that the voice kind of hits in that section is so good. I also really enjoyed Peniel's rapping section in this song. I thought it was really good. And then Minhyuk is very interesting. I feel like to me, like his vocal tone is always really fun to hear, and you got to hear him do like a little bit of singing, and then like obviously he finished up the latter half of the song by doing a rap section in the bridge, which I thought was cool. I really enjoyed that bridge section as well. I thought that was a really good, like kind of like vibe switcher to get you into that final chorus. But overall, I thought this was really, really good. I would say it's, at least in my honest opinion, I feel like this one was a little bit above average in terms of the typical tropical house songs that I've heard from groups before. And as, again, not to discredit them as a collective, you know, I feel like as I said, I feel like it's a rite of passage to some degree. But yeah, I enjoyed this one a lot. Again, a lot more than I would have anticipated for sure. So, Bizgit says, I forgot which year it was, but one year, Tropical House was everywhere in K-pop. Yeah, I don't know if it was 2020 because this came out in 2020. So, I would be surprised wouldn't be surprised if it was potentially this year, but that year, excuse me. Kaylee says their song Outsider is also a foreign member, but is occasionally considered an official B2B release in a way, but also is from the album called For You Outsider. Oh, interesting. Huh. That's unique. We'll have to check it out at some point, but very nice, very nice. We are moving on to the next one, which is Ilhoon's She's Gone. So I'm very excited. I really liked Ilhoon early on, so I'm curious to hear. I've been patiently awaiting to hear what his solo stuff sounds like. So we're gonna check it out. So peep it.
For now she's gone, 너 떠나고 싶었다면 돌아보지 마라. 한때 사랑이란 믿었겠지만 후회도 미련도 모두 가져가. For now she's gone, 그짓했어. 절대로 후회하지 마라. 어쨌든 난 견뎌내 테니까. 잘 살아, goodbye. I love you so much. 분이 누구십니까? 요즘엔 더 괜찮은 사람 만나십니까? 그렇게 웃어주다가 뒤돌아 갈 때는 몰랐지 그게 네 마지막이 된 검지가 접힌 필사인 유감스럽게도 안 느껴져 check-on 사랑이나 뜬구름이나 잡다 떨어지니 알겠더라 찌푸러진 뼈가 붓기엔 시간이 짧아 내보내줘 이제 나 같은 모범 수도 없을 거야 내 두 손 풀어줘 이제 I'm chalking up the deuces 또 말하면 bullshit 날 놓아줘 이제 그냥 없었던 것처럼 살아가 Everybody must know that she's so evil 당해보지 않았다면 절대 몰라 Oh now she's gone 나 떠나고 싶었다면 돌아보지 마라 한때 사랑이라 믿었겠지만 후회도 미련도 모두 가져가 Oh now she's gone 그주세서 절대로 후회하지 마라 어쨌든 난 견뎌내 볼 테니까 잘 살아 goodbye I love you so much 두 번은 안 속네 I am not stupid 내가 말하는 주제에 난 어울려 분명히 I try to escape cause you messed up yourself 그러니 누군가는 네 열차를 멈출 수밖에 이게 왜 찼어 내 방법이 됐어야만 해 I don't You know that just how it goes 모두 다 잊고 날 기다렸던 모두에게 free Oh now she's gone 나 떠나고 싶었다만 돌아보지 마라 한때 사랑이라 믿었겠지만 후회도 미련도 모두 가져가 Oh now she's gone 그주세서 절대로 후회하지 마라 어쨌든 난 견뎌내 볼 테니까 잘 살아 goodbye I love you so much 나나나나나나나 나나나나나나 I'm gonna say goodbye 나나나나나나
Okay.
나나나나나나 나나나나나나 I'm gonna say goodbye 나나나나나나 Oh now she's gone 나 떠나고 싶었다면 돌아보지 마라 내 사랑이란 믿었겠지만 후회도 미련 너 모두 가져가 Oh now she's gone 그주사서 절대로 후회하지 마라 어쨌든 난 견뎌내 볼 테니까 잘 살아 goodbye I love you so much 나 떠나고 싶었다면 돌아보지 마라 내 사랑이란 믿었겠지만 후회도 미련 너 모두 가져가 Oh now she's gone 그주사서 절대로 후회하지 마라 어쨌든 난 견뎌내 볼 테니까 잘 살아 goodbye I love you so much
Ooh. All right. This was Ilhoon's "She's Gone." If you're hanging out, I'm messing up my words tonight. "She's Gone" is the song. This was interesting. I was very unsure of where the song was gonna go upon like that first verse. I was like, like what is he gonna be doing? And as the song progressed, I was like, damn, I kind of like this addition to the song, and like. I feel like at each turn of the song, you kind of got something new added into the mix of the song, and you're like, ooh, you know what? I kind of like that part. Like that rock guitar just like works out so well. And then like the next section, you've got like some horn sections, and I think that's very interesting. And then the guitars kind of get amplified a little bit more, and that takes more of the precedence in the song. But then you get like the horn section come out a little bit more in the bridge of the song. I think production wise is very interesting, and that was like what I enjoyed. Along with, I feel like Ilhoon is such a great he's such a great vibe. Like I feel like his voice really fits well into this type of song where it's like a little edgy, you know what I mean? Like the way that it's like stylized is kind of given like that rockish sort of feel to it. But then again mixing in like elements of like hip hop and stuff. I think this is a really good I would say this is a pretty good representation in terms of, you know, what I feel like I have known from him to do, and I feel like this is what I kind of expected him to do in some capacity. Just kind of something with like a little bit more edge to it. So, really like that. I thought the rap lines were both really sick. Like both verses were really cool. I also got to give a lot of props to the chorus as well. At first I was like, ooh, you know what? Maybe I'm just not feeling the chorus, but I felt like this was like a slow burn to me. It's like I like that, like it gives you that sort of amplification as the song progresses. It's just like, you know, it's snowballing. It's giving you different things to kind of pick out, choose, and like enjoy. And then I feel like this end of the song really kind of culminates to all of the different things that you have heard in like the verses and the choruses of the song, and then obviously the bridge that just preceded it. I feel like they did a great job of giving you that kind of like tug and pull in the song. So really appreciative. But yeah, I like Ilhoon. Obviously in B2B, I'm very curious to see what he has cooking next in terms of his discography. So Kaylee says he does also have a new song out, but I thought it may wait, maybe wait and could check out newer stuff on his own deep dive when he has more. So very nice. Okay. We could definitely carve that out for sure. Sungjae says, I like it. I have not heard it till now. I don't think nice build up. I fully agree with you, Sungjae. Good takes. So very nice. We are moving on to Eunkwang. So stoked. He is a phenomenal vocalist. So curious to see what his solo material is like. So let's give it a listen.
한다고 말하던 다 지웠던 그 사람 돌아서던 그 모습이 그게 지워지지가 않아 사랑한단 말도 못해준 그날 많이 울던 그대 기억도 어딜 가도 아프지 말아요 이별도 있고 또 살아요 그대 모습이 날 처음 만날 때처럼 사랑했던 말도 다 잊혀져 가면 모른 척하던 나를 이해해요 처음 그날처럼
Him switching between like chest and head voice is wild. It's so good.
어쩔 수 없다면 다 잊고 지운 그대 멀어져가 그대 모습 남아 지워지지가 않아 미안해요 그대 못 잡아준 손 혼자 남은 그대 기억해 어딜 가도 아프지 말아요 이별도 있고 또 살아요 그대 모습이 날 처음 만날 때처럼 사랑했던 말도 다 잊혀져 가면 모른 척하던 나를 이해해요 처음 그날처럼 한 번쯤 내가 그댈 우연히 마주친다면 가려도 그리운 그댈 알아볼 텐데 멈춘 시간 속에서 그대를 흘려보내겠죠 후예 어딜 가도 아프지 말아요 이별도 있고 또 살아요 그대 모습이 날 처음 만날 때처럼 사랑했던 말도 다 잊혀져 가면 모른 척하던 나를 이해해요 처음 그날처럼
All right. This was Eunkwang's song. I'm going to Google translate this if this is incorrect. It's only one day. I don't know if that's correct. I'm going to scroll down and see if it tells me. One day. Okay. Oh man. Okay. So first of all, I feel like this is the type of song that I feel like Eunkwang would do. So I'm fully in the camp that I knew exactly what I was going to get into in terms of the type of styling that I would imagine him to write within. Absolutely nailed it. But wow, this is such a phenomenal song. I think like the one thing that I think I could take away from his vocals, I mean, there's probably a lot of things, but the one thing that stands out to me the most is how much he sings with like such emotion and conviction. There's something about like seeing him obviously perform this song, but also hearing it as well. I feel like there's just such a level of emotion that is just stemmed from how he sings, whether it's like obviously hitting those really big notes to like actually like the kind of like I don't want to say unassuredness in his vocals, but just like almost like the tremors in his voice as he's singing. Like he's the shit's from the heart. You know what I mean? Like when you can feel it in like the way that he's singing, and I feel like he just does a great job of representing that sort of like feeling of the song. So I really like that, and I think that more so I would say right now, I think there is such a way of hearing how vocalists convey themselves, and I feel like Eunkwang does a fantastic job of that. And this song I feel like is very representative of what he's capable of doing. I really love that chorus. I thought the chorus is pretty much to me one of the more standout parts of the song. I just love that switch between like that like chest voice to like falsetto / head voice. That switch is such a difficult dance to go on, and I feel like he does it with such like effortlessness that I'm very appreciative of the type of talent that he's bringing certainly to the table. But it's hard to deny a good closing chorus to the song, and I feel like if there was any reason for him to leave it all on the line, I feel like he absolutely left it all on the line at the end of that chorus. So wow, I feel like that's probably my end cap to this song. Is just what an incredible vocal talent. We'd love to see it. So Kaylee says, now the members are going in age order. I tried picking different songs / popular ones / newer and older ones. I think I'd imagine you're doing a great job, Kaylee. So appreciate you putting it all together. Sungjae says, we saw it on the last stream. Ballads are the group's forte. So it makes sense. The vocalist solos are killing. I was going to say it would make sense. And I think arguably more specifically for Eunkwang, because he's got the soloist mindset, like in terms of like doing ballads, you know what I mean? So I appreciate it. So let's get into the next one. This is another Eunkwang song. This one is No One Knows. So let's check it out.
되는 대로 살아왔었어. 나 하나쯤 아픈 거 몰라도 되는 일 되는 대로 살아왔었어. 나는 그냥 참는 게 익숙한 일인걸. 가슴 아픈 일이 있어도 괜찮은 척 그냥 웃어본다. 아무도 모른다. 누구도 내 마음은 환한 미소 지어 보이며 난 웃음 짓는다. 혼자서 불 꺼진 내 방에 기대어 난 눈물을 담는다. 혼자 친구들과 술자리 한풀을 묻는다. 이런저런 얘기를 나누며 나에게도 작은 꿈 있기는 했었지. 그 시절이 너무 그리워. 흐릿하게 그때 추억한다. 아무도 모른다. 누구도 내 마음은 환한 미소 지어 보이며 난 웃음 짓는다. 혼자서 불 꺼진 내 방에 기대어 난 눈물을 담는다. 보며 달려왔지 오늘도 내일도 외로운 밤 오늘도 나에게 주문을 외운다 아무것도 아니라면서 난 허물을 벗고 혼자서 웃는다 나에게 묻는다 난 희망을 담는다 혼자 거울 속에 난 이제 안녕 안녕 안녕
Whew. All right. This is Eunkwang's No One Knows. Very nice. Very nice. Whew. All right. This was another great one. I feel like Eunkwang is just the ballad king. You know what I mean? Like I would say he's amongst my favorites in terms of just nailing down the ballads. But this is great as well. At the behest of keep saying, "Oh, I like this one," or "This one's great." I feel like to me, like, you know, when someone excels at a certain thing, um, you know, I think to me it's impressive to know that there's such a way that he rides that line of being very comforting in like his vocal style, where like on the lower end, like it feels so like serene, it feels very like personal, it feels very emotional, and you know, I feel like he conveys that super well, not only I feel like to myself, but I feel like to the audience, and obviously the listeners as a collective. As I mentioned before, I feel like his emotions and the way that like he sings, I feel like is very represented in the way that he sings, personally. So I love that. But I also feel like, again, you get like that lower end and just that beauty in the way that he can kind of like, you know, it hits you in the heart. But I also feel like there's just such an impressiveness to like the way that his vocals kind of, especially once you get into the higher register and those like big power notes, I feel like there's such a way that his vocals just kind of really just soar. You know, I feel like I agree with Sungjae 100%. Like, there's just something about it where, like, with both of these songs that we've listened to from him, there's just really something beautiful about the way that he hits that, like, personal aspect of how you're listening to the song, but then at the same point really kind of awes and amazes you at the capabilities of his vocals and the type of talent there is. So, it's a hard line to ride, I'd argue, but I feel like Eunkwang does such a fantastic job of doing that really, really damn well. So, excellent stuff. Instrumental wise, I probably enjoyed this one just a smidge more. I love a good violin section, and I feel like the song had some like really choppy, beautiful like violin melodies that I really liked. It really kind of added to the overall like movement of the song. And I think it was just a worthy addition to his song. But honestly, if you had picked either one as being your favorite, I feel like that's a win for sure. So, great stuff. I would expect nothing less from Eunkwang, but great stuff. Kaylee says he really does put his all into singing it. I would agree. Sunja says, I like this song a tad bit more than his other solo. His voice really soars. Biscuit says, beautiful. And Kaylee says, this is probably one of his most popular solos. That makes sense. And Gunky says, you probably can tell why he's my bias now. I already knew it when he first opened his mouth, that I would arguably agree more with you now. So, very nice, very nice. All right. I think we have one more Eunkwang song, which I'm not sure which one this is, but we're going to check it out anyway. So, let's give it a listen.
너의 말투도 너의
The Little Prince. Thank you, Kaylee.
알수 없잖아. 세상에서 가장 어려운 일, 네 맘을 얻는 일. 네가 날 기르고 길들이면 우린 서로 떨어질 수 없을까. 둘도 없는 친구가 될 수 있었을까. 바람 같은 마음을 내게 머물게 하는 걸 어렵다는 걸 나도
Ooh, that piano
알면서
descending run was awesome.
말하지 않고 널 기다려. 어린 남자가 내게 말했어. 사람이 사람의 맘을 얻는 일이라는 게 가장 어렵다고. 그렇다면 내게 다가와. 어린 남자가 내게 말했어. 지금은 슬프겠지만 우린 서로 떨어질 수 없게 된다고. 나와 함께 웃고 싶을 거라고. 펴진 네 얼굴 환한 웃음이 보이지가 않아. 예전엔 작은 거 하나하나에 미소 그렸잖아. 까만 하늘 위 펼쳐진 저 별들 세보며 어렵다는 걸 나도 알면서 말하지 않고 널 기다려. 어린 남자가 내게 말했어. 사람이 사람의 맘을 얻는 일이라는 게 가장 어렵다고. 그렇다면 내게 다가와. 어린 남자가 내게 말했어. 지금은 슬프겠지만 우린 서로 떨어질 수 없게 된다고. 나와 함께 웃고 싶을 거라고. 넌 나에게 이 세상에서 단 하나뿐인 사람 되고 난 너에게
This instrumental backing is wild.
될 테니까. 장미꽃이 그토록 소중한 이유는 피우려 애쓴 간절함 때문이야. 어린 왕자가 내게 말했어. 사람이 사람의 맘을 얻는 일이라는 게 가장 어렵다고. 그렇다면 내게 다가와. 어린 남자가 내게 말했어. 지금은 슬프겠지만 우리 서로 떨어질 수 없게 된다고. 나와 함께 웃고 싶을 거라고. 너에게 길들여줘. 누구도 볼 수가 없어. 그렇게 오늘도 나 널 그리며 눈물이 흘러.
Very nice. All right, this is Eunkwang's The Little Prince is the song. So thank you, Kaylee, from earlier. This one was so good. I feel like it's tough because the other two that preceded this one were just like slam dunks, in my opinion. I think this one was very good. I loved the instrumentation of the song. I think it was so nice. And honestly, it was what I was like fixating a little bit more on, just because it was wildly impressive. The piano work, like the bass work in the song were really good. that little section of guitars as well, like sprinkled in throughout, was great. But I feel like this to me feels more of a like well written song, and not necessarily like the other two. I was just like, damn, like Eunkwang's vocals are just like absolutely nuts. I think there is a level of subtlety in this song that I feel like, and like a tenderness that I really appreciate, because like this song I don't think is like doing any of the things that I feel like the previous two songs did. Do you know what I mean? Like it's got like the approach is more soft, like the way that he stylizes his vocals is in a completely different section. But I love the way that he like, I love the way that he tackles this song, because it's not something that I feel like he has done yet, and I really appreciate it. There is like a level of reservation in the song that I really like, and then it allows him to kind of do a little bit more in that final chorus, and I think it gives you a little bit more of that hit of the song as well too, just because again, like he's reserving all that like really intense like vocal stuff towards the end of the song, which is not a bad thing. I think it works out well in this song's favor, certainly. Even though I may have preferred the ones that preceded this one, I still feel like this is an incredibly well written song. And I think his voice like fits. He knew where to place his voice in this song, and I think that to me, if anything, speaks to the volume of like how capable he is as a vocalist. So really enjoyed this a lot. Like I said, if I had to rank this, this would be my third favorite. I will probably have to go give Eunkwang's more of his solo stuff a listen, but in terms of the songs that we've listened to from him tonight, like, not to say that like I think I'm gonna paraphrase Gunky, like if the album is a 10 out of 10, like there's gonna be one song that you like the least and it'd still be a 9 out of 10, but it's like your least favorite. I feel like this to me is like the same avenue for me, where like all the songs are like objectively 10s, you know, but like this one I feel like is a 9 out of 10, just because I feel like if there's one song that I was gonna have to like a little bit less, it might be this one. But even still, I feel like it's such a fantastically put together song, so don't want to negatively rate it too much. But Biscuit says, oh, I love the stage setup was really sick in this too. Sundra says, is this a reference to the children's book The Little Prince? It looks like Kaylee answered and says, I have no idea if it's official or not. Oh, okay. Well, if you know, if you are a Eunkwang stan, let us know in comments. We'd love to know. But very nice. We are moving on. I believe the next one is Minhyuk's song, and it looks like Ya. So I'm curious. Kelly says Minhyuk uses the same names Huta when he does his solo stuff. Ooh, okay. Very nice. All right, let's check it out then.
You make me high, stay where you are. 차가워 있던 심장이 뛰게 만들어.
What's with the emojis?
모든 순간 우리들 함께라면 너도 알듯이 오늘은 더 뜨거울지 몰라 까나 아이처럼 하루 종일 오고 랩 내 우산 우리 둘 사이 볼길이 outside 걱정 마 벌어줄게 살짝 열린 장tem으로 Baby 말로는 다 표현할 수 없어 Cause I know baby 이런 느낌 어디에도 없어 더 이상의 말은 안 해도 돼 솔직한 너의 눈빛이면 돼 1분이 초과다 애틋하게 완전한 우리 느낄 수 있게 I'm flexing with it Yes, I'm flexing with it Welcome to my world 조금은 낯설지도 Intro this red man troll 모르는 분도 잘 따라와 피부색 자격이는 지위 남녀노소 그런 거 전혀 상관없는 way 강 밑에서 놀면 돼 흥분되기 쉬운 지금을 느끼면 okay 한번 보면 뭐 babe 중독
성의주의 원해 더는 웬만한 자극되는 기별도 안 갈 테니까 준비 all day 널 위해서라면 더한 것도 할 수 있어 야야야야 하고 싶은 건 다 해
baby 말로는 다 표현할 수 없어 Cause I know baby 이런 느낌 어디에도 없어 더 이상의 말을 안 해도 돼 솔직한 너의 눈빛이면 돼 1분이 초라다 애틋하게 완전한 우리 느낄 수 있게
I'm flexing with it Yes I'm flexing with it
오늘도 I'm gonna love you 내 앞에선 다 부러져 버리고 아주 작은 몸짓 하나까지 날 미치게 해 오늘도 I'm gonna love
내 안에서 자고 있던 그놈을 기억나는 Maybe we just move too fast 그건 자연스러워 피할 수 없다는 사실 너라는 존재는 위험하지 But 멈출 수 없다는 것 또한 분명해 필시 화제주의
오.
I'm flexing with it Yes I'm flexing with it Yeah yeah yeah
All right, cool. I gotta go back. Sorry. All right. Oh wait. God, what the hell? All right. Can't do it tonight. All right. This was Minhyuk's "Yeah." If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. This was so much fun, and I feel like before I even had the moment to think about it, I saw Kaylee's comment. The fun thing is all the members' solos are so different, which is fun. I would agree. Each one's giving me a different flavor. You know what I mean? And I'm about it. Even though we're only like 2 members in, 2 members in. But this one's fun. I kind of expected Minhyuk to do kind of a song like this, not in the sense of this was exactly what I was thinking, but I feel like his type of music, I feel like as being one of the rappers of the group, I was like, man, he's going to either have like a really like energetic, like type of hype track, or he was going to do something completely different. I feel like this one definitely leans more towards what I was expecting him to do, which is certainly not a bad thing. I think he absolutely crushed it. But I really like this song a lot. I think it's got a great hook. I didn't think flexing with Ya was going to be so like, I didn't think it was going to have the hook that it does have, but I do really like that a lot. I also really appreciate like his rapping style. I feel like this one he got to show off a lot more of his like speed, because that like first rap section I was like, damn, he's really going hard, and I respect that. So I think that was a cool kind of differentiator. The instrumental feels very like electronic, fun, like a little dubsteppy in some parts, which I think is fun. I think that's such a cool elementation of the song. I love that little bit of dance break as well. I think his choreography in this song was really sick as well too. So got to give a shout out to the choreo, and obviously the people who were doing the dancing behind the scenes as well. Just so much fun. But yeah, overall I enjoyed this a lot. I'll be listening to this one again. I'm almost positive of it. So very stoked. I don't know if chat knows this, but I'm curious why he goes by Huta versus Minhyuk in terms of his solo material. Maybe it might be, my guess would be to maybe think that, my guess is maybe because he wants to kind of differentiate himself from like obviously B2B in his solo material. That was the only thing I can think of is maybe why he opted to go that route, but not sure. So if you know, let me know. Kaylee says, yes, while everyone dances, they are an idol group. That is true. Minhyuk and Peniel are probably the two that dance the most outside of the group stuff too. Oh, wow. Okay. That makes sense. I could see that. And Kaylee says, well, I think the 3 songs I gave you were very different. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. All right. Well, we're going to move on to another Minhyuk song, and this is Tonight, I believe. So let's check it out.
Look at me, look at me, look at me now. Alright. 내가 널 바라보는 눈빛이 전과 다르대. 하루 이틀 본 것도 아닌데 갑자기 이제 와서 왜 참나 내가 생각해도 원리가 없는데 넌 어떻게 했어 우리가 연인이 되는 말도 안 되는 상상을 해. 주위 사람들도 우릴 바라보고 의심하듯 말하죠.
Ooh, okay.
애만 타면 you and me 애매한 사이 이것도 you and me 지구준 장난과 쓸데없는 상상 생각하는 대로 만들면 참 좋겠지 마음 가는 대로 네가 나에게로 원칙이 많았다면 쓸데없는 상상도 별대 없이 나 그래 한번 해볼까 친구가 아닌 그날 너의 손잡은 날
주위 사람들도 우릴 바라보고 의심하듯 말하죠. 너는 뭐야 시간이 갈수록 널 알고 날수록 더욱더 하고 싶네. 좋아해 그동안 숨겼던 맘 이제도 늘 숨길 수 없어. 예전처럼 돌아갈 수 없다 해도 이제 내게 남자고 싶어. 그래 오늘 밤에 우리 아무도 모르게 오늘 밤에 둘만의 비밀이 속삭일래요. Baby baby 그대 나는 너 하나 그래 너 하나. Yeah I'll be there when you be there for me. I'll be there if you would be with me.
Aw, nice.
좋아해 그동안 숨겼던 맘 이제도 늘 숨길 수 없어. 예전처럼 돌아갈 수 없다 해도 이제 내게 남자고 싶어. 그래 오늘 밤에 우리 아무도 모르게 오늘 밤에 둘만의 비밀이 속삭일래요. Baby baby 그대 나는 너 하나 그래 너 하나.
What is their light stick?
비밀이 속삭일래요.
I'm so confused by their light stick. All right, very nice. Oh wait, is there more? Okay. It looks like I was gonna say it looks like a flower or some sort. Aw. I love you can hear the crowd. That's awesome.
행복하게 건강하게 지내다가
Oh, That's so nice. All right. That was Huta's Tonight with Melody, of course. They're the group. So very nice. Um very interesting, very interesting. What a vibe switch. Kaylee was right. Kaylee also says this song was a present to the fandom. Melody. So there are parts in the fans sing with him and such. It's a great concert song. Yep, that is proven to be true. It was a gift just before he went into military, I'm pretty sure. Very nice. And Sarah said, God, I love Huta. Very nice. Wow, this was good. You know what? To be fair, I feel like I never try to go into these deep dives with any sort of idea unless we've covered, obviously their like group material, and then obviously get into the solo stuff. But hearing Ya and hearing this one, I don't know, like without looking, like if I close my eyes, I would obviously know it's Minhyuk / Huta, but when I open my eyes, I'm like, holy shit, like it's the same person writing this material. And it's interesting. Like this one's so much more like major key, very like light, very upbeat, and I like that. It's a different perspective. And I think I'm always very appreciative of like artists that can again transfer a lot of their energy over to different kind of genres and stuff. And I feel like this is a really good example of this, because I think the melody choice, no pun intended, was great. It's got a great hook to it. If I did not know that this was a song to the fandom, I feel like this would just be a great song that I would hope that they would perform in their set, but also I feel like it has such a great engagement to it that I really love. I also really enjoyed his rap section as well. It was a little unexpected, but I feel like it worked out really well. But I feel like what moreover surprised me was I actually really loved his vocals. I genuinely was like a little bit surprised, because I feel like in the group stuff, I feel like he hasn't done as much singing. So it was really cool to hear him like carry a great tune. Like I was genuinely like, I feel like all K-pop idols have been really good at doing that, regardless of if they're like a rapper or a dancer or obviously a main vocalist. But he's got such a great tone, so I kind of wish he would utilize it a little bit more. Obviously, I think he's out of the military if I had to guess. But I would love to see him kind of again show off a little bit. I feel like it's well deserved. So. Kaylee says, yeah, he has great voices, or great vocals, excuse me. It's hard when you have 4 powerhouse vocals in your group, though. That is true. That is true. But I feel like if maybe it's just my positive affirmations, I would just hope that like they would allow the other members to do just as well as Shining. You know what I mean? But again, maybe that might just be for the solo material and they go from there. But yeah, I was genuinely surprised about how good this one was. This was a banger. I really like that. So, Sarah says, fun fact, Huta is in the Boys Planet. I feel like I should not be as surprised at this point, because I'm not, but I feel like it's oh my god. Funnily enough, I did talk about this the other day, and I said, holy shit, I'm like afraid to tackle the Boys Planet PowerPoint, because Lord knows it's gonna be a long one. So but anyway, we have another Huta song, and this one is Boom. So let's check it out. I did volunteer for it, that's fair. I try to do what I can for the homies here, you know.
뜨거운 트랙을 달고 가뿐히 스텝을 밟고 리듬에 맡겨 자연스럽게 빠져 암소리 주고는 없어 대환영 welcome 쑥 달아다 딥 달아달아 아무의미 없는 말 달아달아 박수를 치고 잘 따라와 함성도 질러 다 같이 와 얘도 저도 누나 이거 없이 여기로 다 모아 don't blame 늦으면 누가 손해줘 내리면 날마다 오지 않죠 지나갈 시간은 결코 There's no turning back 얼른 발 담고
eyes just feel it all deep in my eyes oh baby eyes I'm worth it 괜찮아 don't be shy 한 번 더 eyes just feel it all deep in my eyes 짜릿함 달콤함 다 줄게 everything is for you
boom 샤갈라가
Ooh.
boom 샤갈라가 I'm ready you ready
I'm making high 반짝이는 별들이
파도같이 쏟아져 아름다운 밤 영원히
oh baby
all about love and you ain't all about 정 이건 한국에만 들어와 부진이 들이던 사양은 됐고 가니 껴봐 바로 내가 찾던 멋들이잖아 부정할 수 없는 소리 너의 럼럼럼 아직도 자신을 속이는 너 인정을 빠르면 빠를수록 더 좋아 왜 이래 얼마나 사람이 함께 춤춰
eyes just feel it all deep in my eyes oh baby eyes I'm worth it 괜찮아 don't be shy 한 번 더 eyes just feel it all deep in my eyes 짜릿함 달콤함 다 줄게 everything is for you
boom 샤갈라가 boom 샤갈라가 I'm ready you ready
I'm making high 반짝이는 별들이
파도같이 쏟아져 아름다운 밤 영원히
oh baby I what you looking for what you looking for what you looking for what you looking for
Gotta go, but I don't want it all. List all. 파도같이 쏟아져. Boom, 샤갈라가. Boom, 샤갈라가. But I want you, want it. Boom, 샤갈라가. Yeah, boom, 샤갈라가. Yeah, boom, 샤갈라가. Yeah, 아름다운 밤 영원히.
oh baby I
Ooh. All right. This was Huta's Boom. If you're hanging out, thanks for hanging. On the B2B Part 2 deep dive. This was great. I love this song. This just has that energy to it. You know what I mean? So I think the instrumental was really sick, but Huta's performance was awesome. I think his rapping in this song, comparatively to the other ones, and maybe even a little bit of the B2B stuff, I feel like this one, he was just really able to kind of let loose and do a little bit more. So I feel like that's typically the case in solo material, where you're just kind of able to obviously release stuff that is something that's more akin to your taste. But wow, this was so cool. I love that just like really big like 808 push in the song. I think it's great. Definitely has like that trap hip hop flavor to it that I think is really appreciative. I will say that the chorus, I was like, I don't know. Is this chorus a miss for me? Is like, am I not feeling it? But as we got into that second chorus, I was just like, nah, this is good. I like this. And especially like that like really like high register vocal section from Huta / Minhyuk. I feel like that was really good. And was definitely, I would say, maybe a little bit outside of the comfort zone for him. But I feel like he absolutely nailed it. So I love that. The bridge was very cool too. I like the kind of like openness of it. I think just again with having a song that's just like so hard and in your face, it's important to have those bits of reprieve within the track. So definitely like this one a lot. I think this one is just like you crank this song up in your car and you just fucking bump this shit. You know what I mean? Like it just gives that type of vibe. And you know, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. You know, this like this would end up on like one of those like shake your car type playlists. You know what I mean? So I feel like this one's sick. I unexpected, but like in a positive way. So very nice. Kaylee says different vibe again. And then Kaylee followed that up and saying, definitely no reason I picked this one. ... And Biscuit says, LOL, definitely not. I mean, listen, the man is toned. The man is toned. I'll give him credit as someone who is like been plugging away at the gym. I feel like, you know, it's something to aspire to, certainly. So respect to Minhyuk / Huta. Very nice, very nice. I don't think we have another one from him, which is unfortunate, but we are moving on to another member or group. This one is 90 Tan. So very interesting. Kaylee says his water bomb performances are just nice. I respect. So love it. Kaylee says 90 Tan is a subunit consisting of Eunkwang and Minhyuk, who were both born in 1990. This is their debut song in 2024. Ah, nice. Okay, so I'm amongst their age, which is very interesting. So let's get into Tang Tang Tang.
Okay, let's go.
뻔한 패배 얼굴보다 뻔한데 아무것도 못해보고 바로 checkmate 맘을 뺏겨내 넌 나의 favorite 장원역시 사고로 직진 100% 내 super bluffing 너 super floating 너보다 중요한 건 역시 용기 큐피드에 와서 love me babe 아 그냥 보고 싶다고요 매일 밤에
첫눈에 반한다는 말 믿지 않았는데 아 그냥 믿어요 운명이라는 말 아 그냥 믿어요
알아요 알아 와라다
Hey.
너를 향해 젖은 발사 심장을 그냥 해 탕탕탕
다 달려가야 돼 와다다다
너를 향해 젖은 발사 사격
아야야야
나의 등장과 동시에는 스포들이 이러지도 저러지도 못해 빙빙 맴도네 지구를 도는 달처럼 take it slow 인물을 수행해 we gotta be strong Come on, bring the man flow 뭐 아니면 no Will you bring my mellow
예쁘다 예뻐 흔한 말 하기 싫었는데 아 너무 예뻐요 큰일 난 것 같다 아 진짜 예뻐요
와라다라 너를 향해 젖은 발사 심장을 그냥 해 탕탕탕
다 달려가야 돼
와다다다 너를 향해 젖은 발사 사격 이자
좋을 텐데 참 좋을 텐데 너의 손 꼭 잡으면 좋을 텐데 물론 난 성시경 아니지만 No,
너를 향해 젖은 발사 심장을 그냥 해 탕탕탕 알아요 와라다라 너를 향해 젖은 발사 사격
중지.
All right. This is 90 Tan and their song Tang Tang Tang. Very nice. This is phenomenal. This is so good. I could listen to this about 12 more times and still probably not enough times to listen to it, but this was great. The combination between Eunkwang and Minhyuk was great. I think they are a dynamic duo. This is not. I don't want to say this is a song that I feel like neither one of them would do, but like I feel like it combines a lot of elements of what I feel like Minhyuk has done in his solo material, and then this is a new stepping stone. I feel like for Eunkwang to do something a little different vocally, which I think is great. I feel like we associate, or I now associate Eunkwang with like ballads and stuff, but man, his vocals in the song were like absolutely killer. He was doing some like really sick runs and like ad lib vocals over the top, which I really appreciated. I'm not entirely sure, and maybe this is maybe me reaching a little bit, but like it definitely is giving like early 2000s, maybe like mid 2000s like pop music. Like I'm thinking like maybe like a little bit of like I could give like little hints of like Justin Timberlake. Like it was kind of giving what is it? I know there's a Justin Timberlake song. I think it's like um God. It's like a love, like I'll have to look it up because I feel like I would know it if I saw the name of it. But it was giving that type of vibe along with like a little bit of like maybe OG like Britney Spears type vibe, which I think is great. I really 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 appreciate that a lot. I also love that this I love that this song really encapsulates like a lot of the goofiness of what they're able to do. Like that one section where they're like turning the light switch on and off. I thought that was great. What was it? It was was it Sexy Back? It was kind of giving me like a little bit of Sexy Back, maybe like again from the Future Sex Love Sounds from Justin Timberlake. It was kind of giving me a little bit of that vibe, which it's not bad. That's like, again, I had listened to that JT album a ton growing up in the early to mid 2000s. So I feel like that one is very maybe representative of my music habits before I got into like alternative and metal. But yeah, I thought this was such a fun vibe. Like I would love to hear more songs of them doing something like this, just because I think it's just so good. Honestly, I was gonna comment on how short this song is, which it is short, but I do feel like it is very concise for a 2-minute and 30-second song. Like I feel like it gets you in immediately, it gets you what you want, and I feel like it kicks you out the door at the end of it. But you're welcome to come back. Like it's got that type of vibe to it, and I'm very appreciative of that. But yeah, this was probably my favorite so far, though I'm sure we have more to comb through. So I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I would love to hear more from 9010, hopefully in the foreseeable future. So Kaylee says, I need more. I feel like this song encapsulates their fun, goofy friendship to that vibe. I agree. Sungjae says they're a fun duo. Definitely agree. And Biscuit echoed that. So, yeah, 9010, if you're watching, love to hear more from you. So, very nice, very nice. We will keep it moving. We have Hyunsik's Swimming next, which very excited to get into Hyunsik stuff. I feel like I have been notating more of his vocal styling more, so I'm curious to see what his solo material will offer us. So, check it out.
사람이 아닌 물고기였다면 하루 종일 난 그대 향해 쉬지 않고 헤엄칠 텐데 조금만 기다려줘. Even if I meet the little mermaid, I'll keep swimming, I'll keep swimming. Even if I meet a raging wild wave, I'll never stop swimming to you. I'm swimming all day. 길을 잃어버려도 거친 파도에 몸이 휩쓸려 오래 걸려도 너를 찾을 수 있게 다시 내게 안길 수 있게 넌 꼭 늘 거기 있어줘.
Wait, is he doing a solo?
Even if I meet the little mermaid,
That's dope. All right, you got more brownie points for me.
I'll keep swimming. Even if I meet a raging wild wave, I'll never stop swimming to you. I'm swimming all day. 아주 먼 곳에 그대가 있어요. 가도 보이지 않는데 다시 돌아가기엔 좀 머네요.
Ooh, that like reverse delay at the end. Interesting. All right, this was Hyunsik's Swimming. If you're hanging out for our B2B deep dive part 2, appreciate y'all for hanging out. This is up my wheelhouse 100%. I love a good like I don't know. I guess I would kind of put this maybe in like the indie-ish category. You know, it's definitely got more of an indie feel. Um, Hyunsik, I did not know what to expect with like his solo material. Like, I think out of all the members, I maybe had like the slightest idea of what I feel like he would have done. But I really like this a lot. I like kind of like the more subtleties of this track. I feel like Sonjo pointed out something that I really appreciated as well, which was just like the lower register of the song and also Hyunsik's vocals. He's got like a great low end tone. It's got like this great like little bit of warmth as well too. As Sonja also agreed with. Just feels very like very soothing. And I like that. But I also feel like equally as good is like his mid to high range tones. I feel like you got to highlight it a little bit more in the song, and very similarly to the comments they made about B2B Blue, I feel like kind of can translate to Hyunsik and Sungjae's music, I imagine as well. It's just that like gives you more of an opportunity to appreciate them all as individual vocalists in a, you know, arguably stacked group. But I really like this a lot. I think the guitar work was really sick. That solo, um, he's a really sick guitar player, so I love that. I think for him to obviously absolutely massacre a sick guitar solo, I feel like is always good to see. So love that as well. Was very unexpected on my part, so it was cool to see him like absolutely shred it up. But I think equally as cool is his accomplishments vocally. Like this one is another one that I felt like just shows off like his sweet tonality, but like obviously can show off the power that he has vocally as well too. There's a lot of cool like belty moments as well that I think just worked out really well in his favor. So this one might be up there. I probably have to give a little bit more listen to some of the other Hyunsik songs that we have on the playlist tonight, but This one's a vibe for sure, 100%. And Kaylee said, I had a feeling you may like his solos because of the guitar stuff. So very nice, very nice. We are keeping it moving. We have another Hyunsik song, and this one is Dear Love. So let's check it out.
Dear love, 나와 얽힌 그대여 아프지 말아요 나도 아프니까 Oh my love 그곳에 하늘은 어때요 혹시 그대도 저 달을 바라보며 나를 그리워하나요 광활한 우주를 건너 멀리 이 세상 어디 있어도 우리 빛보다 더 빨리 사랑을 보고 느껴요 My love 서로를 품에 안고서 다시 완벽한 사랑이 되어 우리 언젠가 결국 만나 우리 처음의 그 모습으로 We should be in love 우리들 사이엔 어떤 공간도 없죠 걱정하지 말아요 우린 우연이 아닌 운명일 테니까 Dear love 나와 얽힌 그대여 변하지 말아요 난 변하기 싫어요 My love 광활한 우주를 건너 멀리 이 세상 어디 있어도
Oof. Wow, what a great ending. All right, this was Hyunsik's Dear Love, if you're hanging out. Wow. That was awesome. I really appreciate that a lot. Again, I appreciate that Hyunsik is doing more of like the like band type music, which is so much fun. I really loved his vocal tone in this song. Like I feel like Kaylee did it pretty well in the chat here. They said I love the emotional build up at the end and how full it sounded. I feel like the song just really kind of again starts you off at like kind of the base level here and just it just kind of grows. The song just like begins to build as it begins, and like by the end of it you're just like so caught up in I think not only I think the MV itself, but I think the musicality represents that sort of struggle or ending to the song, like the very climactic ending to the song. But I think it does a really great job of I think it does a really good job of conveying emotion. Like there's something really nice about Hyunsik's vocals towards the beginning where it's a little bit more soft, it's a little bit more somber, like it feels like it's very close to you in terms of like proximity where like he is just, instrumentally there's not a lot going on, but like most of his vocals is like coming towards you in that sort of capacity, and I really like that. I think it was stylized really well. But I think as the song kind of gets more intense and as it kind of builds, I think it would be really great. And I love the inclusion of the drumming in this. Like I think the drumming adds, especially the usage of the drumming, it like the way that they had like the drums built in, the like the toms, like just like the whole full like kit. I feel like they were really using a lot of that momentous of the drumming to just add that sort of anthemic feel to it. So I really appreciate that a lot. And I also like how his vocals kind of evolve as you get from that beginning, as I mentioned, like the more somber tones to the end where he's doing like these big, large belts towards the end. I think that that's really impressive and again shows off his level of range as a vocalist. So you love to see it. But this one is definitely one that I felt like, though it being 5 minutes long, it does not feel like it's 5 minutes long. Like it just has a weightlessness to it that I really love. And like, I think it comes to a very, very like good ending. You know what I mean? Like I don't feel like I need more from the song. And I feel like it conveys very much the emotion and the feelings of the track. So this was great. I think out of the two, it's tough. I would say maybe I'm leaning a little bit more towards this song in terms of ones I like from Hyunsik, but I haven't listened to the next one. If it looks like there's another Hyunsik song, so I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I feel like this one's gonna be a tough one to beat in my personal preference. So, Sandra says this song feels like an OST. Is it question mark? If not, it feels as if it should be. I would also confirm that as well. Kelly says, I don't think it is. I wish he does have some crazy OSTs too. Ooh, okay. Uni says the last two songs, while not my usual style, were so good. Ooh, okay. Fair enough. All right. Speaking about more Hyunsik, we have one more, I believe, from him. Before we move on to the next person, it looks like to be Lamar. So, let's check it out.
가라앉아 더 깊이 고독한 바다에 홀로 빠져들어
Oh, sick guitar.
아름다웠던 파란 피도 깜깜한 저 어둠에 흐릿하게 번져만 가 여기 차갑고 깊은 어딘가 사라져버린 내가 있을까 눈물을 또 머금고 희망을 꼭 품고 가겠어 가라앉아 계속 깊이 남아있던 빛마저 아득하게 멀어져만 가 여기 차갑고 깊은 어딘가 사라져버린 내가 있을까 눈물을 또 머금고 희망을 꼭 품고 가겠어 저기 까맣고 짙은 어딘가 잃어버렸던 내 꿈을 찾아 끝내 미소 짓는 날 기억고 더 찬란히 빛나는 날 위에
Oh, a keychain?
눈물에 젖지 않는 바다니까
Seems like a melody shift. More or less.
온전히 나
Mm.
고요 속에 파란 빛이 내게로 와 속삭였어 끝내 찾아낼 거야
Nice octaves.
언젠가
Cool.
쓰러져도 나를 믿으니까 고독이 또 밀려와 휩쓸려도 난 상관없어 Cause I know where to go And I know I can go 기억고 더 찬란히 빛나는 날 위에
Woo. All right, cool. I don't think I'm not missing out on anything else here, but very nice, very nice. This was Hyunsik's Lamar. If you're hanging out, very nice. Let's see. Kaylee says, "Love this song. All those underwater shots he actually did. Wow. He knows how to scuba dive and everything. Wow. Okay, that's awesome." Sunja says the guitar playing in his MV is so sick. I was also gonna concur as well. The guitar playing, y'all know I love guitar, but this was great. Another really fantastic song. I would say Hyunsik in terms of material is probably the thing that I would most align to on paper, and that 100% makes sense. I guess I can kind of similarly track this to how much I love, like, shout outs to Onu of Shiny. I liked him in Shiny, but I feel like his solo material is just so good. I feel like Hyunsik is probably going to be the same thing for me, where I obviously love him in B2B, but I think I love his solo material a little bit more. So I feel like I can kind of track the parallels in this, but this song was great. Melody choice was awesome. I love that, like, that really cool, like clean guitar sound mixed with maybe like a little bit of reverb and stuff. That main melody line, it was so much fun, and I think it really works well with the really, fits well with what I would expect him to do. Vocally, I also really appreciate this a lot. Very similarly to the previous two songs, I feel like this has that emotional fortitude. Like, it just has that little bit of extra push that I really liked about the song. And like, you could tell there's just like um you can tell there's an emotionality to this song that not to say that the other songs didn't have emotion into them, but this just felt like more of a wall of emotion, and I like that. Um, as well as that, I think very similarly to the other songs, I feel like his range as a vocalist was really great too. I think there's just a lot of boundaries he was able to kind of push. His belting sounds so good in this song. But I love that he can go into these belts, but then go into this like really beautiful like head falsetto voice that just, I think, just glistens over the song. So really love that a lot. As well as that, the guitar playing was really sick. That guitar solo was awesome. I love that second. I don't know if I guess it would be like a second part to that final chorus, but I love that part where he's basically doing like the octaves. That was so much fun. I think it still reigns true to what the song is, but I think it just brings out a little bit extra, just a little bit extra oomph to the song. But man, I don't think you could go wrong with any of these three songs. It's real tough, honestly. I think if I had to pick, I think Lamar might be my favorite one out of the three, and that would be very close behind Dear Love, because I really love that one, but Swimming is also a fantastic choice as well too. So tough one, but like definitely more the vibe, more of what I'm looking for. So Hyunsik, great job. Also, I loved I'm pretty sure, like, I saw in the MV the one where he has like that clear guitar. I'm pretty sure that is plexiglass, and as well as that, it had like water in it. So I that's awesome. That is a fucking sick guitar. The only other person that I think I know that I watch content of, shout outs to Burl's Art on YouTube. I believe he made a guitar like that as well too, that has like a living fish tank in it. It doesn't have any fish in it, but it does have like plants and stuff, which I thought was really cool. So, check that video out if you want. No plugs to Burl's Art. I think he's an incredible guitar maker, but that was what it reminded me of. So shout outs. And I love that underwater shots of him playing guitar as well. That was so sick as well. So very cool, very cool. Uni says, all right, he got me. I gotta listen to everything he's put out now. Hey, let's go. I will be on the same wavelength, Uni. Kaylee says this was his first solo in about 4 years, and he came back swinging. I agree. Sonja says, yes, Lamar is my fave. Kaylee also says he did a reimagined version of Swimming 2 on the album. Oh, wow. Okay. I'll have to check it out. And then she also said, fun fact, his dad is a Korean folk singer, so they sometimes do songs and stages together. Oh, that's fucking sick. I love that. It's probably where he got a lot of his guitar playing skills from, if his dad is also a guitar player. So kudos to Papa Hyunsik. We'd love to see it. So very nice. We are shifting gears yet again. We're checking out Changsub, which I'm stoked. He's one of my favorites in B2B. So I'm curious what his solo material is like. But let's check out Gone first. Sandra, thanks for hanging. Best of luck. See you on Monday, hopefully.
언제부터였는지 어디서부터인지 이미 넌 여기 있어. 언제부터였는지 그댈 보면 내가 보여. 이미 그댄 여기 있어. 더 이상 슬플 일 없게, 더 이상 외롭지 않게 그대와 험한 이 길 함께 걸어. 우오, 이젠 아플 일 없어. 더 이상 바랄 게 없어. 괴로운 이 세상 널 꼭 안으면 We are gone, we are gone, gone away. We are gone, we are gone, go away. 가슴은 텅 비어진 화려하기만 한 내 색깔. 그댄 날 알죠. 그대의 그 마음 속 무겁고 깊은 색으로 나를 완성하죠. Gone away. We are gone, we are gone, go away.
Wow. All right. That was Changsub's Gone. If you're hanging out, thank you for hanging. Um wow, what a powerhouse vocalist. Similarly to Eunkwang, it was I kind of was expecting him to do more along in the lines of like ballad-esque music, and I feel like this one very much fits the MO for sure. But I think he absolutely crushes it. Like, you know, he's got such a great warmth and strength to his vocals that I really appreciate, especially towards the end of the song. I feel like he was really able to just strike the heartstrings a little bit more, and I respect that because I feel like, you know, if he's gonna double down, if you're gonna double down, you better double down, you know. And I feel like he absolutely does that to a T. So I definitely appreciate that a lot, but I also feel like maybe, again, just the nature of the song and not obviously just going into full belt mode or like, you know, singing your ass off. I think this song does a great job of obviously showing a little bit of reservation, very similarly to my comments about Eunkwang, but I think there is something really special if you know that there is such a level of capability vocal wise to rein it in a little bit. I think to me that's always really impressive because like for damn sure there's more in the tank for them, but like for them to just lay it the way that they lay it out and then hit you later on, I feel like is such a good gut punch. Just because I think it works out musically and just has a little bit more delivery to it. But I really like the subtleties of Changsub's vocals, especially in the verses. I feel like his like somber, more softer tone in the song was really nice. I don't feel like I got to hear as much of that in the normal like B2B group stuff. So it was cool to hear him just again play off more of the somber tones and like hit you with like that beautiful kind of like low to mid range register. It was a cool differentiation, and I think I think again they all have a unique set of skills. So it was cool to see that being highlighted in the song as well too. But overall, thought this was another really good one. Great ballad-esque type song. So we're going to keep it moving. The next one is another Changsub song. So, and this one is called 33. So let's check it out. Okay.
어쩌면 난 그때 마냥 그 한 번의 용기를 냈다면 말야.
Ooh.
시간 지나 뒤돌아보면 기억 속에 미련 따윈 없었을까. 소년을 품은 바람 두려웠던 그 밤 계절은 또 날 되감는다. 아쉽이 그렇다 해도 후회 안 돼도 나갈 뿐이야. 멈출 수 없어. 너 있는 곳으로. 그렇다 해도 우리 언젠가 환히 웃으며 만나는 그날. 이 노래를 불러줘. Say oh oh oh. 이 노래를 불러줘. 어쩌면 난 그때 만약 너의 손 놓지 않았더라면 말야. If I 시간 지나 내 옆을 걷는 우리의 세상을 난 생각하곤 해. 소녀를 담은 바람 아련해지는 밤 계절은 또 널 불러온다. 아쉽이 그렇다 해도 후회 안 돼도 나갈 뿐이야. 멈출 수 없어. 너 있는 곳으로. 그렇다 해도 우리 언젠가 환히 웃으며 만나는 그날. 이 노래를 불러줘. Than before, than before, than before. 단 하루도 잊은 적 없어. 아직도 난 아직도 새까만 밤 하늘에 흐르던 정적도 가슴 뛰게 맞추던 입술도 행복할 수 있길 I know I should be 그렇다 해도 후회 안 되고
nice.
나아갈 뿐이야 멈출 수 없어 너 있는 곳으로 그렇다 해도 우리 언젠가
잘 부탁드립니다.
열심히 하겠습니다 그날 이 노래를 불러줘 Say 이 노래를 불러줘 We will meet again 이 노래를 불러줘
Wow, there's like a whole ass storyline at the end here.
뭐해? 야, 대기업이라 그런가 때깔이. 때깔. 야, 같이 가.
Oh my god, she summoned the rain.
죄송합니다. 네, 신입사원 한성민입니다. 네, 지금 가지고 있습니다. 신입사원 한성민이라고 합니다.
신입사원 김소연입니다.
잘 부탁드립니다.
Kelly says you don't have to finish it, but if you don't want to, the song just sort of plays at the end too. Okay, I didn't know if there was anything extra you missed out on. It looks like it gets more storyline, but all right, very interesting. This was Changsub's 33. If you're hanging out, unless you're invested in this story, I just thought it was interesting. I genuinely was surprised at how long the MV is, but then it makes sense that they're just kind of closing the loop a little bit. But the song itself was good. It gives kind of like alternative, like a little pop punk vibe, which I was surprised about. I would have never expected him to do a song like that. I feel represented. So I love that. And it was cool to hear him in a different perspective. Like, I think his vocals are typically just known, at least from my understanding, is with B2B, where it's just like, oh, okay, how good are the vocals? Like, you know, how are they going to stand out? And I felt like this song specifically, I think, plays more towards like the hook, the melody. Like, it focuses more on that. And so I respect this song just because I think there are such a differentiation between the two, and I really like that a lot. I think his voice suits that kind of like alternative rock, like pop punk sort of feel, and I really like that. So I hope inevitably maybe in the future that he might do another song like this. But I think his voice is very suitable to that sort of styling. Definitely love that sort of like ensemble type section in the bridge. I thought that was cool. Very like group vocal, very typical from what I know from alternative music. So I love that elementation of it. I feel like it gives that sort of again added layer of if I saw this song perform live, like I would be singing along, having a good time with it. Um, but yeah, this is just a feel good song. Like I think the melody choice was great. I think he sounded awesome. The instrumentation was great as well too. But yeah, I didn't think it was like doing anything over the top, but I felt like it was I felt like it was a different thing from what I would expect Changsub to do, and I love that. So very very cool. Kaylee says that Changsub and Hyunsik love and are big rock fans too. Ooh, okay. And also fun fact, Changsub used to be a skater boy. Hey. I kind of figured. Based off of, I feel like he was basing the MV off of maybe his early childhood, which is cool. I was not a skater boy, but that's mostly because my balance sucks. But you know, it's fun. I like it. I was more, if anything, I'd probably do like a BMX bike or something if that was my vibe, you know. But very nice, very nice. The next one is a Changsub song, and I think it's the final one that we're listening to of the three. And this is "Feel the Groove." So I feel like this one's gonna be a funky one based off the song title, but I could be wrong. So let's check it out.
This is our moment. Come on.
Ooh.
깊은 밤속 funky music time. 움직여봐 자유롭게 all night. 온몸을 맡긴 채로 이끌리면 돼. 잠깐일지도 몰라 멈추지 마. 모든 걸 잊고 내게로 와. 눈빛은 짜릿하게 baby. 춤을 춰볼까 바로 오늘 밤. Turn up the funky music 볼륨을 높여. Yeah. Yeah. 바로 오늘 밤 feel your groove. This is our moment. 터질 듯한 열기 속에 bounce. 이 순간은 미쳐 make it alive. 이 밤을 어지럽게 맘껏 흔들어. Yeah. 오늘은 달라 느낌대로 alright. 모든 걸 잊고 내게로 와. 걱정은 심플하게 baby. 춤을 춰볼까 바로 오늘 밤. Come on. Turn up the funky music 볼륨을 높여. Yeah. Yeah. 바로 오늘 밤 feel your groove. We're gonna do it like this. Gonna do it like this. 흐트러진 어둠 속에 춤을 추는 불빛 즐기고 있어. 이건 너와 나만의 party. So yeah. Turn up the funky music 볼륨을 높여. Yeah. Woo. 바로 오늘 밤 feel your groove. 미끄러져 리듬 위로. 화려한 불빛 멀리 울려 퍼진 retro sound. 오늘 밤 feel your groove. Now. 미끄러져 리듬 위로.
All right. That was Changsub's Feel the Groove. You're hanging out for B2B Part 2 Deep Dive. If you appreciate you hanging out. Kind of nailed, kind of on the nose, a little bit not, I guess. instead of maybe funky, I probably should have said retro. Because it definitely has more of a retro feel to it, which is fun. I feel like Changsub has the most varied discography that we've heard tonight. You get like a ballad type song as the first one. We got like more of an alternative pop punk song, and this one feels very retro, nostalgic, like 90s pop type sound, maybe like 80s pop type sound as well too. But this one was very unique. I think his vocals were really fun. I like that he was able to do like little bits of belts and going off a little bit, vocally popping off a little bit. I love that. But yeah, this has a real kind of like retro feel to it. I was a little unexpected, but I think it worked out really well. I would say, at least in terms of my personal taste, I don't know. I feel like maybe the first song and this one are kind of tied. I really liked 33 a ton. But this one was groovy. Really, really nice. And I don't think like there's a ton of things going on instrumentally, but I don't feel like there always has to be. So I think this is a really well-rounded song. I think it gets the job accomplished. So it does, in fact, make you feel the groove. So I would consider that a win. So very nice. Yeah, I don't know. Changsub. I think Changsub, at least to me as an artist, solo wise, I feel like his material is very varied. So I'd be curious to check out more of his stuff. But I think in terms of B2B, I love him in group activity stuff. Where I feel like maybe his solo stuff, I'd have to find like a specific release that I would probably enjoy. So very interesting. But hey, that's what the solo stuff's here for. So very nice. We are moving on to Peniel's next stuff, and this is That Girl Is the next one. So very nice. Kaylee says he does have a new song out, but there's still no MV or live. Oh wow, okay, so he has an even newer song. We'll have to give it a spin at some point. So, but let's check out Peniel. I'm also very curious. I feel like I feel like I would err more on the side of Hyunsik. I'm curious. Or excuse me, not Hyunsik, Minhyuk. I'm curious, since they are the two rappers of B2B. I'm curious where Peniel is gonna sit. So, let's check out That Girl. Let's rock.
It's your boy. Y'all know who it is. Yeah. In a moment I wake up, sipping on my cold liquor. The sun I shine, the Big Dipper, and I'm falling hard for ya. Yeah. Girl, I wanna feel it now, good vibes only. Wake up in the morning with no t-shirt on me. If you're trying to bring me down, you can get the hell out, cause I don't need that right now. Turn bright lights, make the summer vibe right. Feel the breeze from outside. We got this one night, That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes. Good etiquette in my lane. Feeling good, but in my vein. If you ain't on the same page, girl, let me get the dough, get the hell out my way. Don't lie, I look mad dope in white. She looks so beautiful, last time I cold out, I feel so nice. This summer breeze got me up late into the night. Turn bright lights, make the summer vibe right. Feel the breeze from outside. We got this one night, That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes. Oh la la la. Oh la la la. There she goes. Turn bright lights, make the summer vibe right. Feel the breeze from
We got this one night, this one night. Turn bright lights, make the summer vibe right. Feel the breeze from outside. We got this one night, this one night. Turn bright lights, make the summer vibe right. Feel the breeze from outside. We got this one night, this one night. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. That girl, la la la. There she goes, there she goes.
Oh my god. Very nice. All right, this was Peniel's song, That Girl. Very nice. Listen, I don't want to start beef with Peniel, but I just think it's funny that legitimately we introduced ourselves in the same way. I'm pretty sure, right? He said, it's your boy. I that as soon as he introed himself, I'm like, damn it. I'm like, we both intro like that. So, hey, maybe me and Peniel are on the same level, you know. But I thought this was good. I definitely, again, in terms of expectation, I didn't know what to expect from Peniel, but I definitely enjoyed this a lot. It feels very him. Which, in terms of, like, the raps that I've gotten from him from B2B stuff, as well as, like, obviously subunit stuff, I like this. This one, I think, absolutely does a great job of, like, highlighting his skill. The choreography was sick. He's a great dancer as well. So I really appreciate that a ton. But, yeah, this one's a really catchy song. Like, I genuinely didn't think it was going to be crazy, which again makes sense, but I thought it worked out. I thought it worked out super well. Definitely was vibing, having a good time. He just seems like the party. You know what I mean? Like, he gives party energy, and I'm about it. You know, so I thought this was sick. So shout out to Peniel. Choreo was sick. Rap lines were sick. Some of the verses I was like, I don't know how he's gonna pull it off, but he did, and he does look good in all white, so it would make sense. Kala says next stream Brandon interviews Peniel. I mean, I'm not joking. Peniel, come on the show. We'd love to have you. I don't know, but your people talk to my people, I guess. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Kaylee says this is totally possible. To IMO. I mean, hey, listen, anything's possible. But I mean, hey, Peniel, if you wanna come on the show, I'd be about it. You know, I'd be down from one Korean to another. You know, so all right, very cool. We're gonna keep it moving. We have another Peniel song, and this is, I don't know if it's Myobi, but we'll check it out either way. Let's give it a listen. Oh, make it or break it. Okay. Thank you, Kaylee.
Staring outside, I'm pressing on the window. Look at my life, I do it all again though. You got me walking upside down. I'm running it by, and there goes my life again. A runaway ride, a moment to lie to me. Won't you believe me? Take me to where you are. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah. Ooh, oh, 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 oh. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway. Staring outside, I'm pressing on the window. Look at my life, I do it all again though. You got me walking upside down. I'm running it by, and there goes my life again. A runaway ride.
A moment that light of me. Won't you believe me? Take me to where you are. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah, you. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah, you. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway. Wish I could talk with you in mind. Forget the times when you were mine. And the sunny page and memories of when we used to be. You got me running to the finish line. I'm losing to the guy I used to be. Take the feeling of adrenaline and play. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah, you. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway. So go take it higher, burn like a fire. Got to believe, make it or break it. Go believe, make it or break it. Yeah, you. I'm feeling like I woke up in a getaway.
Ooh. Oh. Okay, cool. I stopped in time. All right, that was Peniel's "Make It or Break It." Very cool, very cool. Let me go back. I'll go back to the MV real quick. This was great. Definitely more energy, which was surprised. I feel like that girl was good, but like this one just had so much of a like it had a little bit of a like indie rock feel to it, but just like worked out really well. Like I love the instrumentation of it. And I also really appreciated, I think you got to hear a little bit more of Peniel singing, which he's got, again, great vocal tone. I feel like I'm always shocked by how good the singers, rappers are that also sing, because I feel like obviously they're subjugated to doing rapping, but his vocals were really good in this song. I was genuinely a little bit taken aback, but he's got good hooks in this song. I feel like this one is another one where I was like, damn, I'm really vibing out, really feeling this song. Obviously he was cruising in this song, so I feel like this one feels very much like one of those songs that you just listen to while cruising. So love that. But yeah, this is a different vibe from That Girl. I think I would say this is a little bit less rapping and more vocal tone, but definitely appreciate this a lot. Really fun vibes, really good song. And I'll have to test my theory out on if this is a good like roll the windows down, sunny day type song, because it's giving me that type of vibe, and we are not having that in Pennsylvania right now, so I will have to come back to you on that one. But yeah, I thought this one was phenomenal. I genuinely was a little shocked at how good this one was. So shout out to Peniel. But we are keeping it moving. We've got a couple more left. We've got Peniel Daydream, and this features Junie, which I love Junie. Shout outs to Junie. He's great. So two people I think are really sick. So curious how this song's gonna shake out. So let's give it a spin.
Iconic, I'll be honest, caught you in my eyes. Not trying to flaunt it, but you got the shape I like. I don't mean to stand what you're wearing. How could I look away? You got me feeling ecstasy. I will stay for you, the only one worth it, nobody but you. Got me stuck in a daze now. Baby, you are my daydream. Girl, you bring it like that. Look at you, you're my style. You wake me up. Oh, oh, oh. You're got everything. You're my baby. Find me in a daydream.
Hey.
Iconic, I'll be honest. it's got you in my eyes. Not trying to flaunt it, but you got the shape I like. I don't mean to stare, shows through what you're wearing. How could I look away? You got me feeling ecstasy. And I will stay for you, stay for you. The only one worth it, nobody but you.
Great harmonies.
Got me stuck in a daze now. Baby, you are my daydream. Girl, you bring it like that. Look at you, you're my style. Wake me up. Got everything, you're my baby. Put me in a daydream.
When it's loud and the crowd hit me out, need you now, so believe it. Girl, you make everything new for me, yeah. On and on, on and on, on and on, on and on, hit and replay all the time. Never want a story to end.
Got me stuck
Nice.
in a daze now. Baby, you are my daydream. Girl, you bring it like that. Look at you, you're my style. Wake me up. Got everything, you're my baby. Find me in a daydream.
Hey, nice. All right, this was Peniel's Daydream featuring Junies. Very nice. Kaylee says, yes, Peniel, Junie, BM from Card, and Ashley from Ladies Code have a podcast together. It's great and really fun. Ooh, I'll have to check it out. You have to link it. I did not know. I knew BM from Card was on another podcast, but I can't remember it off the top of my head. But I'll have to check this out. Biscuit says Junie, and Kala says, why do they have 3 TVs? It's aesthetic, I think, is my guess. This is great. I feel like maybe it's just I might have my bias might be showing because I love Junie. So I feel like if you're gonna have a song where Junie shows up and also does a pretty significant feature, slash maybe collab potentially, I feel like that is a recipe for success in my opinion, and I think they did a great job of that. I think it obviously highlights Peniel at the foremost, but I also feel like Junie does a great job of like adding like some really beautiful harmonies, like obviously like hitting some really great melody choices as well too. Really like that a ton. But I also again gotta give a shout out to Peniel. I feel like his vocal tones are so nice, and like again, obviously people's familiarity with Peniel is being the rapper of B2B, but I feel like his vocals are just equally as good, and I think they're very complementary to each other, and you can just tell that there is this level of like camaraderie as well. So I love that. It feels very genuine. But yeah, the rapping was good too. Genuinely, I feel like he's got such a good like flow to his rapping, so I was really not surprised that I enjoyed this one. But I feel like I am probably a little bit biased in terms of liking this song a lot because they're 2 people I like. So that could be a potential, but I think overall the song was like really good too. So enjoyed it a lot. Kaylee says Eric Nam has his show too. That's what I was thinking. Eric Nam, they're all friends. Okay. Very nice. That makes sense though, because I feel like I know Peniel's from Chicago. I think Junie's from Canada, I'm pretty sure. BM's from California, and I don't know if Ashley is also like American / Korean or not. But and I know Eric's I think he's from New York, I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but I know that they're not just specifically Korean. They're like Korean Americans. So very cool. Love this. Yeah. Atlanta. Okay. I knew he was like East Coast. So she's from New York. Okay. That makes sense. Well, that all checks out because they're all like it's partially Americanized / obviously being in the idol culture. So that's cool. I'll have to check it out. But very nice. We've got like 3 more left. The next one is Sungjae's Be Somebody, which we have listened to before, but I haven't listened to it since. And now we've gotten into B2B. So I feel like I have more of a backbone on this. So Kaylee says, okay, so I think you've heard this song because it was one of my favorite songs last year, and we listened to it and shared in the shared Spotify playlist for favorites of the year. Yes, I do remember this. And I still absolutely love the song. All right. Well, let's check it out then. I remember enjoying this one, so I'm pretty sure my thoughts will not change on this.
Weather was so cold, flying through the clouds. 어두운 everyday, 숨찬 낮과 밤, 먼 빛을 따라 헤맨 날들 솔로. 쉬는 법을 잊은 빈틈없는 weekend. 낯선 내 하루가 내 것 같지 않아. 한숨 같은 breathing, 열정 끝에 남은 차가워진 영혼만이. Terrified, loser, big dreams 다 이루려.
Love the pre-chorus.
Yeah, I'm gonna realize it. All of my life I've been waging this war, trying to be somebody. All of my life
That hook's good.
trying to be somebody. I shoot me down, naked. 지난 날은 벗어 던지고 I won't go back to who I was before. You make me be somebody. 시선 앞에 설 땐 like a superman. 꾸민 voice 렌 타에 나를 무장해. 거울 속에 나는 아직 어린 Peter Pan. You never judge me, you take me for who I am. 내 맘
Oh, great melody run.
이젠 높이 더 날아가려 해. 태양 눈부신 하늘 뒤로. 두려움은 사라져. Terrified, loser, big dreams 다 이루려. 길 잃은 날 보며. Yeah, I'm gonna realize it. All of my life I've been waging this war, trying to be somebody. All of my life 내 안에 날 믿고, trying to be somebody. I shoot me down, naked. 지난 날은 벗어 던지고 I won't go back to who I was before. You make me be somebody. I've been wasting my time trying to be who I'm not. 이젠 되돌아가고 싶지가 않아. Better now, 'cause you make me be somebody. All my life I've been waging this war, trying to be somebody. All of my life 내 안에 날 믿고, trying to be somebody. I shoot me down, naked. 지난 날은 벗어 던지고 I won't go back to who I was before. You make me be somebody.
That lower register he hits is so good. All right, very nice. This was Sungjae's Be Somebody. If you're hanging out, we got a couple more from him on this stream. This was great. I remember listening to this one. I think it was like the end of December of last year when I was going through some of y'all's favorites of the year. This was so good. It gave me a little bit of a flashback to when I first listened to it. But this one still holds up so well. I think the melody choice that Sungjae is doing in this song is so much fun, and I think the hook in the song is incredible. Like, it digs the nails deep in, and I feel like it really works super well. Obviously, highlighting his skill as a vocalist, which again would explain why he is amongst the vocal crew in in B2B, because man, he's got some chops. So really love that. I still I'm pretty sure I made a comment about the pre-chorus when I first listened to it. My comments probably are the same, if not more. I really love the pre-chorus of the song. The build is just so good, and I think it meshes up well to just like that really anthemic big chorus. So I really love that. But again, I think the focal point of the song, not that the instrumental isn't good. I love the instrumental. I think it works out really well. But like this song, man, like Sungjae's vocals just have like this emotional grasp on you, and it's just like you could tell very similarly to Eunkwang is like, this is the type of person that sings with conviction. I think this is probably one of the best representations of Sungjae as well, where, you know, you just get that singing with conviction. So you love to see it. What a powerhouse vocalist, and for good reason. Unsurprising to no one, this is probably one of my favorites of tonight as well too. So very nice. We will keep it moving. We have another, I believe another Sungjae song, and this is The Ghost, which is very interesting. I haven't heard this one, so let's give it a spin.
I know I'm living, but I feel numb. By 1 minute, the memories come, and no matter what I do, I can't escape. When the ghost of you still haunts me every day, you're the door that slams behind me, and you're the morning light that blinds me. Every thought and every feeling, you are always in control. Even now you're taking home.
That chest to head voice, so beautiful.
Set me free from the past, let me move on. Like shooting stars, we can pass each other by. I need you gone. I see your face when I close my eyes.
Ooh.
Keep reaching out for your hand when I can't sleep. 1,000 memories that haunt my mind. Spirits and shadows remind me I'm not alone. They tell me that I need time and space, but no one could ever take your place. So my angel, this is goodbye. It's time that I give up the ghost. Spent too long on this roller coaster. Maybe I just need some closure. A butterfly, won't you flutter right out of my life? You're the door that slams behind me, and you're the morning light that blinds me, Every thought and every feeling, you are always in control. Even now you're taking home. So if you love me, then drift into the night. Set me free from the past, let me move on. Like shooting stars, we can pass each other by. I need you gone. Need you gone. I see your face when I close my eyes. Keep reaching out for your hand when I can't sleep. 1,000 memories that haunt my mind. Spirits and shadows remind me I'm not alone. They tell me that I need time and space, but no one could ever take your place. So my angel, this is goodbye. It's time that I give up the ghost. Yeah, spent too long in the dark. Now I gotta break free. Time to bury the past. I've got to learn to be me without you. This time I'm calling you loose. I see your face when I close my eyes. Keep reaching out for your hand when I can't sleep. 1,000 memories that haunt my mind. Time that I give up the ghost. So my angel, this is goodbye.
Wow. All right. This was Sungjae's The Ghost, if you're hanging out. Kaylee says that yes, Be Somebody, if I remember right, is about how he got put into a box as a visual and the actor of the group, but wanted to show his singing and what he does and why he's an idol. Hey, listen, I feel like I am not putting any disrespect on Sungjae's name, but I feel like what an incredible vocalist. Something I noticed right off the bat, this song's all in English, which is fucking impressive. That's awesome. I was like, wait, I know exactly what he's saying, and I was like, either I'm picking up Korean super well, or his English is really good. I would like to say that my Korean is not getting any better, so I think that his English is getting better than mine is. So, which is awesome. And I was definitely appreciative of it. I think it made me kind of feel more a part of that song. So I love that. And kudos for him, because I think his English is really impressive. And I don't mean that as a derogatory thing. I think I was genuinely shocked at how good it was. The song itself was really nice. Like, again, I think the instrumentation of this song specifically is solid. Like, it's not going crazy. It's not doing anything out of the ordinary, but I will say Sungjae's vocals, man, were a showstopper. I feel like this song, like, if you really think about it, is like the instrumentation's there, but like you stay for the vocals. And I feel like this song is such a great representation of like not only how good his singing is as a collective, but like, man, he can belt. Like, there's so many good belting moments. I love the little bits of call and response as well. So I love that kind of combination of like, he knows what fits well in the song, but as well as that, I also feel like vocally knows how to flex and show off his skills. So I feel like this is a great combination of both, of knowing what works for the song, but still is able to kind of drive the point home of being a really fantastic vocalist. So cool combo. I think this was definitely a unique song for sure. I think Be Somebody might edge this out just a smidge more, just because I love the hook in that song. But this is a very close second. It was so good. So shout outs to Sungjae. Did a great job. Sarah says, I'm always just so blown away by them. I agree. And Kaylee did say yes to the song being all in English. Also said, God, I love this man. And he's one of my favorite actors, though. I might be biased with that. LOL. That's, hey, listen, you're entitled. Listen, I was biased about Junie about, few moments ago. So I feel like you're well and you're right to be biased. So very nice. We're moving into the final one from, I believe, Sungjae, and this one is Lie. So let's check it out.
언제나 불안했어 결국 너를 잃어버릴까봐 내 가슴 깊숙이 새겨두었던 그 말 변치 않겠다는 그 거짓말 그런 그대 기억에 눈물이 흘러내려와 자꾸만 더 아파와 끝나지 않게 잡고 싶은데 사랑하는데 거짓말 사랑한다는 거짓말 못 잊었다는 그런 말을 바보같이 다 믿었어 거짓말 보고 싶다는 거짓말 미안하다는 차라리 눈물이야 해줘 하루 종일 너만 부른 날 네가 없이 하루에
Mm. Wow. Very nice. All right. This was Sungjae's Lie, if you're hanging out for the final one from Sungjae and the final one of B2B. Thanks for hanging. Um, this was great. And Kaylee says that this one came out 8 days ago. Very nice. Very nice. Um, this was awesome. I love the band version. I'll have to listen to Lie in terms of the original version as well. I'll be curious to kind of do the comparison of the two. But this was so nice. I feel like, again, all very similar commentary that I made about Sungjae before, but like there is such an emotionality to the way that he sings, and I think that that's so good. Like there's something about it where like not only I think like the violin in this song really tugs at you, but I think also vocally there's a lot that just pulls at you in this song that I think is just so nice. And you can tell that he sings with such intentionality, and so I think that that is such a positive thing to not only I think himself as an artist, but I would also say as to B2B as a large. I think they all have such a dedication and such a respect for their craft, and so I feel like this song does a great job of representing all of that. Obviously, I'm speaking for Sungjae in this moment, but I feel like at each individual member that we talked about tonight, I think you could make that assertion for any one of them. But I liked it. Very anthemic, very big. I think it has like a lot to do with just like the instrumental structure of the song. Really, really strives to that bigger, larger goal. So really appreciate that a ton. And I loved a lot of the big belts that Sungjae did in the song. I feel like he absolutely crushed it. So I feel like there's just such an emotionality to just being able to belt like that in such a capacity. So really enjoyed this one. I think out of the three, I still think Be Somebody is that one to beat for me, but this one's a very damn close second, I'll be honest. So very nice, very nice. Wow, some favorites from part two. This might be tough. I think I'm gonna stick to one favorite per each member. I feel like for I'll go reverse order. I feel like Sungjae, as I mentioned before, Be Somebody was awesome. I feel like that one's just a tough one to beat for me. Peniel, I probably will say Daydream featuring Junie. That might be a really heavy bias, but I thought the song was killer. I would maybe give an honorable mention to Make It or Break It. I thought that was a surprise, but I think it was really good. In terms of Changsub, I'd probably say 33. That one was fire. I like that. Hyunsik, Lamar, 100%. Dear Love maybe be a close second. I really fucking love that song. Tang 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 was fantastic all on its own, so I feel like I got to give it a shout. Huta, that's tough. That's tough. I want to say I probably would go, and this is a very slim margin, but I probably would say Boom would probably be my favorite. I would say very close. Ya would probably be my second favorite, but that was tough. That was a hard one to choose. Eunkwang, ooh, that's tough. I want to say No One Knows. I think that one was my favorite from him. Ilhoon, we only listened to She's Gone, so I feel like I got to give a shout to that. And then for B2B Blue, I would say When It Rains was my favorite amongst that. Also Show Your Love was good too, but B2B Blue, When It Rains, I think if I had to narrow it down amongst the favorites, that would be the vibe here. So Connie says, "Oh my god, I can't believe I missed." Oh, Connie. No. Oh, well, it'll be up on Patreon this weekend, so hopefully you won't have to wait too long. I've been trying to stagger it out for the people that have been doing the Patreon first, so they've been getting that, and then YouTube will get it a little later after that. So I'm sorry, that's tough. I feel bad, but anyway, thanks for hanging for the B2B Part 2 stream. If there's anything you missed, or there's anything that I missed, particularly B-sides, whatever, I sometimes do full album streams, so come hang out for those. Maybe we'll do a full B2B album stream. Second, you could suggest them in Chaos streams. I have listened to some B2B stuff through that route, so feel free to suggest it there. And I don't really have a third option, but those would be the two. Those would be the two modes of transportation there. So very nice. Yes, Kaylee. Massive shout outs to Kaylee for the playlist. Big love to Kaylee. I'm glad that y'all democratically voted for B2B. That was killer. I have to ask Biscuit the faithful question: are we doing Monsta X on Monday? Because I need to know if we're rocking with Monsta X Monday. So, if we're doing it, we're doing Monsta X Monday. If not, if Biscuit is not ready for Monday, then I'll democratically vote for the next group, which I believe the second group that had the most votes was BAP. So if Biscuit says no go on Monday, then we will do it. We will do BAP next. I feel like that's only justifiable because I feel like I have to. You know what I mean? Like they were so close. They were so close. So I in terms of vote count, I feel like I got to keep it rocking. So we'll do BAP unless Biscuit says yes, I'll be here for Monsta X, and then we'll do Monsta X. If not, then we'll pass on Monsta X and find a good time for Biscuit to be here to do it, since they're the ones who got the 100K. So that's the plan. That's kind of the mode of operandus here. So and Sarah says, also, if anyone else wants to submit for the Brandon guessing stream, please message me. I agree. So yes, message Sarah on Discord. For those who are unfamiliar with it, I did a guessing stream where I tried to guess which member gave which, put what song in, and I had to guess it. I had a great time. So yeah. So if you would like to submit and you have not, do it. It's so much fun. I had a blast. So rock with it. I'd be sick. Biscuit says, I think so. I'll know tomorrow if that's okay. Hey, that's fine. That's fine. So, I just let me know, Biscuit, either way, so we can be planned for Monday. But Kaylee says Brandon shows who his favorites are. I don't show whose favorites they are. It is the people that I feel like show up in chat more often. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I feel like I get kind of an idea. I don't have favorites. All right. I love all of y'all equally. So, Kungi says guessing stream will be fun. I'm stoked. Biscuit says guessing was really fun last time. I agree. So oh my God, what the fuck is going on? We just finished B2B. We will either be doing Monsta X on Monday, or we will be doing BAP since they were the second most voted. So Kanye says you'll never guess mine. I'm gonna try. I feel like I feel like I could. There is an opportunity there. Sarah says one of these days we'll do one, but it'll be all my choices, and you'd get punked. That would just be cruel, honestly, at that point. Kaylee says, I can't say anything. I literally gave you a band song with violin. I practically gave it to you. That's also fair. Gungi says, let's just never do K-pop trivia with Brandon again. Oh my God. Listen, I will never live that down. I'll never live that down, and that's upsetting to me. But it is